Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inspiration Morning Live. I am Christina Crowley, and I am so happy to have you here with me this morning. And those of you who watched this on the replay, I want to say thank you to you too. As I say, our schedules don't always meet up, and it's good to have you watching me on the replay. And I help those who are going after their passion. And in going after your passion, there's a lot of important steps, and I find that for me, there's one most important thing about going after your passion. Now, there's a myriad of things, but I like to focus in on this one step because for me, when I was starting to go after my passion, I found a lot of fear seeping up. And I didn't probably call it fear then, but it is what happened. And I'm a multi-passionate woman, and there are a number of things that I have been successful at and I still want to be successful about. But I found that in going after my passion, there was one true, most important step that helped me the most, and that was action. And I'm sure there are some of you out there going, of course. Or there's some of you out there going, yeah, it's true. Action is the most important step. Or there's some of you going, oh no, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. But I think this is the most important step. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't plan. I'm not saying that you shouldn't, do any number of things to make sure that when you go after your passion, that it happens. But the most important step is action. And I think for some of us, that's the hardest thing. I know for a number of years, I wanted to put myself on camera, but I had this huge fear of it. I think it was even back in 2007 when I became aware of one of my mentors now, Maria Andros, and she's all about putting yourself on camera and putting yourself out there. And I was always like, yeah, I want to do that. But there was always a reason for me, an excuse for me not to. And I knew that in doing it, it would open up a whole lot of things for me, and it would be a great way for me to express myself. And that I knew I would have fun and like it, but I was terrified of doing it. And for me, the hardest step was taking the action. And then when Facebook Lives opened up to everyone, anybody can do them, I had no more excuses, and I had to do some action. And so therefore I did some action. Hi, good morning. I want to say thank you for joining me, and give me some thumbs up, give me some hearts. Feel free to share this if you feel you're finding some value here. I really appreciate it. And I know Facebook really likes the hearts, and they really appreciate the interaction. But action is the most important step of going after your passion. And I know for me, I've learned that taking that action, whether it be perfect or imperfect action, and it's usually imperfect action, it is the best way of going forward and going after your passion and getting your passion. I know in theater, it's all about just doing. It's just about doing. And whether the action turns out perfect or not, it's about doing it. And that for me was a great training ground in getting beyond some of my fears and learning how to. There are many things that stop me. There are so many things that in going after certain passions that I wish that I had done. The action takes away that regret. For a lot of things, when I'm old and I look back on my life, there are some regrets that I'm going to have, but by taking action and moving, doing what I want to do, I'm not going to look back with as many regrets, but I'll have them. But I'm gonna go, yeah, I'm glad I tried that. I'm glad I tried that because I had my hopes so on whatever it be. And I saw that I enjoyed it. Or I saw that, it wasn't for me. But at least I tried it. Now, I have a ton of failures. And being a multi-passionate person and trying many, many things, I have a lot of failures. And I've talked about failure before. I think failure is a good thing. Failure is a great lesson. It's always a possibility. And this is success. And I think, for me, I still need to continue to try. And that is why I help people who are going after their passion. And I just want to talk about that for a moment. I love helping people who are going after their passion, and I love seeing what they discover about themselves when they're going after their passion. And I have a couple of students right now who are doing that. And had I not decided to do that type of a coaching, and I do it with Teresa, I wouldn't have discovered about that about myself. You know, my family has teachers. There's 2 or 3 generations of teachers in my family. And I understand, you know, that there is a great satisfaction in doing that. And, you know, I've always looked up to them. I've never wanted to truly go and be a teacher in the school because that's just not my true skill set. But I admire them. And, you know, what's the word for it? I really respect the people who truly can teach. And for me, learning how to be a coach it's not being a teacher, but it's my way of doing what I can for it. And but sharing myself is a part of going after my passion. And I've had coaches before, and I've seen in them, you know, what I want to be. And so I think that that's why, you know, it's kind of a win-win type of a situation. But if I wouldn't have found that, if I wouldn't have taken action, and in going after my passion, that's the biggest thing. And it's the biggest motivator. Now, I do plan. I love to plan. I love lists, and I like putting things together. Now, for me, I need lists because I have a really good memory in some ways, but sometimes I don't. Because you just can't always keep everything in your mind. So planning for my action, of course I do. I love doing that. And but the most important thing about going after your passion is the action. And there are so many things that can keep you stopped. There are so many things that can keep you motivated. And then not taking the action dwindles your motivation. Hello, good morning. I want to say thank you for joining me here. I see that there are a few more people. The Be Live tells me when there's a few more people on out. I appreciate you being here with me this morning. We're talking about what's the most important thing about going after your passion, and it's action. And I know that, you know, some people are like, you know, that's just so what, you know, I know that. But you know, then that's the part of yourself that, what is that telling you? I know in the past for me, I was looking for an easier way. And when I had done that, and there is no easy way. Action is the easy way. Action is the best step for you to take. And action, you learn more about yourself. And I think when I started doing these Facebook Lives, and this is my 40-something Facebook Live, and I like doing them, and I'm going to continue to do them. I'm going to do them on my personal page and my Inspiration Morning page. I may add them to one of my other pages. I'm not sure, but I think, you know, having done a number of these and followed through on this action, I've learned a lot. I've learned that I enjoy it. I learned that I'm not always good at it. I have some days where I'm crap, but I'm still going to continue to do them. But the action is important to me, and you'll find why the action is important to you in going through it. Last weekend, I was watching at one of the Super Soul Sundays that Oprah does, and she had Daniel Goleman on there. I knew about his book 20 years ago. He's the man who wrote Emotional Intelligence, and it is it's a very interesting book. And I remember back in 1995, I think, when it was published, I loved the book. I didn't totally understand it, but I read it and I thought, wow, this is, you know, it was an important book, and it was an important book at the time. He was a science writer, and he stumbled upon, you know, I don't remember the other two people's work, and I don't have it up on my computer anymore to look, but, you know, it's been, you know, an important book. It's been an important way of, you know, describing the two different sides of us. There's the thinking side of us, and then there's the emotional side of us. And perseverance plays a big part in that. And they talked about that in a lot. And that's why I thought I needed to talk about this today, because in going after your passion, action, perseverance, so, some of those qualities are truly important for self-actualization and fulfillment. And on Inspirational Morning, I like to give lots of different quotes and perseverance and trying again and pick yourself up and continue to do that, because that's what I've experienced and that's what I know has helped me. But also it's the true action, the true having mentors that help you to know what action to take. People say take massive action, and that's very true. I do believe in that. And there's a lot of people who may be watching this who are within my groups, within my personal side. And, you've helped me along the way. You've taken the type of action. I've watched you take the action, and it helps. And so you don't know who you're going to be a leader for, a role model for, but you are. And I don't know who I'm always going to be a leader for, a role model for, but I know that I need to take my action. And so when you're thinking about maybe not taking the action, know that there's a choice. Not doing whatever you say you want to go in after your passion is. Choosing no is a choice, and it's a good choice. I'm talking about the yes here. Yes, go after your passion. Yes, make the choice, yes, and see what it leads to. See what kind of self-discovery it leads to. And action. It seems so simple, but it's not. It's a powerful word. It's a powerful thing. And I really do truly believe in that is the most important part of going after your passion. Action. And those of you who have had, little successes by going after your passion, those of you who've had big successes in going after your passion, do you believe that action was your biggest part of it? If you agree with me, let me know in the comments. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments. I appreciate how you feel, and I appreciate when you let me know how you feel. And today is also the same. So I want you to have a great weekend. I've been here only 3 times this week, and I am going to try to make this a daily show. I'm going to try to find a better time to do it, and a consistent time. And I said that 2 weeks ago, but for me that's the action I have to take. So I want to say thank you for joining me. And if you did find value in this, please give me some hearts, give me some thumbs up, give me some shares. If you feel that this would be, something that your friends would like to know, if they find some value in. Alrighty. So I look forward to seeing you on my next Facebook Lives. Ta-ta for now.